In the galaxy of college football, the Big Ten and the SEC reign among the quasars. Iowa's meteoric rise last season crashed with equal force during the Orange Bowl. For this season's foray into the Sunshine State, a tome that rests on the shoulders of the diminutive and dynamic Fred Russell. Russell devastating and lacerating defenses with religious zeal. Meanwhile, the Gator Nation faced mutiny and insurrection after a 3-3 start. But the season bordering on disaster disappeared. Chris Leak, a precocious freshman, revived a reeling offense with poise and precision. Today, it's Iowa, the Gator Baiters, versus Florida, harassing the Hawkeyes. Next. Under sunny skies in Tampa, Florida, welcome everyone to the 18th edition of the Outback Bowl here at Raymond James Stadium. Out of the Big Ten, it's the Iowa Hawkeyes, ranked 12 in the country against the 17th ranked Florida Gators out of the SEC.
Iowa, a year ago, they had a dream season, going 11-1, winning the Big Ten, and having the chance to play in the Orange Bowl. This year, even with the loss of some great players to the NFL and injuries, they are 9-3, and once again playing in January. After last year's disappointing loss to USC in the Orange Bowl, Kirk Ferentz changed his bowl preparation philosophy. This year, he kept the players together through Christmas and has had more physical and focused practices. Mark, we will find out in a minute if that plan has been successful.
On 2nd down and 10, Brown in motion. Handed off to Fred Russell. Got a gaping hole. Russell into the secondary. Down to the 34-yard line. Finally tackled by Corey Bailey. And Fred Russell strikes back for the Hawkeye Nation. Mo Brown in motion. Touchdown, Mo Brown. Nate Kading now in to attempt a field goal. This one's going to come from about 47.5 yards out. Kading, an outstanding place kicker, 17 of 18 on the year. And he has been perhaps the most consistent kicker in the nation over the last 2 seasons. Like I said, his signature is consistency. Nate Kading, the senior, knocks it through from 47, giving the Hawkeyes a 3-point lead with 14:09 to go in the first half. Robert Gallery holding it down on the left side of that offensive line for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Play action fake. Hinkle. Complete. Great execution once again down to the 35. And he was working on the All-American, Kewan Ratliff. 2nd down and 4. Play fake. Chandler. Nothing but open real estate ahead of him. Touchdown. This guy is cash money.
That's what happens when you try to follow a legend, and that's what Ron Zook's doing. And really, to be frank about it, it's not fair, but this is the worst thing that could have happened. There's still a half of football to go, but with the whole thing with Steve Spurrier hanging over his shoulder, this is not the first half impression they wanted to make. Right now, Florida clearly has superior athletes, but they're not performing better than Iowa right now, Mark.
Because they're being outcoached, plain and simple.
Wow.
You look at both sidelines, and Kirk Ferentz is doing an outstanding job of preparing his team, play calling on the field, and the adjustments that they're making in this football game. And here's the key. There comes a time where you look at some programs. You look at Texas, they get the great recruits. You look at Florida, they get the great recruits. The bottom line, it's what you do with those recruits. You have to win the big ball games, and I think Kirk Ferentz has done a phenomenal job of coaching today.
Talking to Ron Zook, they said they will try to take some of the pressure off of Chris Leak, put the ball in some of their other playmakers' hands.
And it's blocked. Wilbur had it blocked into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. Matt Malloy blocked it and recovered it. Fumble snap. And Leak falls on the loose ball way back at the 28. And Matt Roth was there just to make sure that he stayed down.
That's about as deep as a tailback gets. He's back there almost at 10 yards.
And here's the zone play. Freddie Russell finding it, feeling it, doing it, and doing it well. Touchdown, Iowa.
Mark, That is too easy. Florida, too talented of a defensive front. I mean, that's a crater right there. Nobody even within 5 yards of Freddie Russell from the time he takes the handoff, reading the routes of the offensive players.
3rd down and 7. Leak sacked back at the 4-yard line by Howard Hodges, his 11th of the season. This one from 38. Money. You saw that graphic moments ago. The SEC winning by a 2-1 margin over the Big Ten, head-to-head, down deep, and intercepted at the 12-yard line by Javon Johnson. Kirk Ferentz with back-to-back double-digit win seasons. He turned it around 5 years ago. 1-10, followed by 3-9, then 7-5, 11-2 a season ago, and now 10-3. He is one of the hot properties in college football coaching.
And congratulations to Iowa. They put on a clinic today.
Florida Gators will be back. They have a talented young crew. But for Ron Zook, it's going to be about 5 months of agonizing until they start spring ball.
And if you're Ron Zook, you want spring practice to start tomorrow so that there's some positive on which to build.
Final score 37-17.